Okay, so today we're going to see how we can create this hair dryer in SolidWorks Surface. So this is going to be a second example of how to work with SolidWorks Surface. So if you see this, this is a plastic cover for the hair dryer. Let us see the dimensions. So the dimensions are given here. All the necessary dimensions to create this, and as well as the different views, is given here in this drawing. So let us see how we can create it in SolidWorks Surface. Open your SolidWorks, start your part environment, and click on Surface, click on Sketch. Okay, now if you see this surface, it is having one, two, three, and four sections. Four sections with different uh, semicircles. Then you have a guide curve on top. So in order to create these four different sections, I have to have four different planes where I can draw the semicircle and I can loft all the way to make the base body of this surface. So let's see how we can do that. So here you choose the right plane and then click on show so that you can see the right plane. Then go to surface, go to reference and click plane. You're going to create another plane, another right plane at around 75. The first plane, if this is your right plane, the next immediate offset plane is around 75 millimeters away from the right plane. So 75 and then 50, 50. So let me type here 75 offset, enter, enter. Now again you click on the reference plane. So you have two planes now. This is the right plane, 75 offset plane, another reference plane. This time it is 50, press enter, enter. Another reference plane, again 50, enter, enter. Press Ctrl 7 so you can see all the four planes. So you see that we have created four planes. The first plane is at an offset of 75, the second plane is an offset of 50, and another plane at the offset of 50. So total of four planes. Now what are we going to do in these planes? Let us see. So here you see the first plane, that is your right plane, is having a semicircle with a radius of 40. Is also given here, sorry, as a diameter at 40, so radius will be 20. So the radius is given here as 20. In the second plane, this is named as A section. So A section radius is given as, the arc of the A section radius is given as 30. Then this midsection here is named as B here. So the B section radius is given as 35. And finally at the end you have 25. Given here, this is a view from the back here. So that radius is 25. So 20, 30, 35, 25. Let us create these arcs starting from your right plane. Click on right plane, click on new sketch. You can choose center point arc and then click on the center and then make sure it's horizontal and all the way make an arc. So our first arc, as we said, is 20 radius. So I can just go click here 20 radius, smart dimension 20 radius. Now so it's already is underdefined, so let me actually make a center line here just to make sure it's going through the center. Yeah. Okay, it's still underdefined. Maybe this is moving. You see, this is moving. So you click on that dot here and constrain it with this center line by using coincident relation. is fully defined now. Now you can see the coincident relationship here. Here, so it's fully defined. So this is your first arc, which is on the rightmost plane, this plane. Exit the sketch. You can press Ctrl 7 to see the arc. You can see it here. Now choose this next plane. Press on New Sketch, and now you need to create the second arc, which is 30. So if this radius is 20, this radius is 30, I can create an offset arc around 10 mm, which will make it 30. So just go here and click offset entity and click on this arc and make sure the value here is 10, because 20 plus 10 is going to be 30. Click OK. See, automatically is fully defined. This is quick way of drawing it. You can click on smart dimension and check if the radius is 30. Yes, the radius is 30. Don't apply it because it might become over constrained. So just check and press escape. Now you can exit this plane. Press Ctrl 7. You can see the second arc. Now going to the third plane and creating new sketch. Now the third plane is the B section, which is radius 35. So the previous one we created 30. So this is 35. So an offset of 5 mm. So click on offset. Click here and say the distance is 5 mm. Press enter. Click on smart dimension. Check the radius. Yes, it's 30. Press escape. Come out of this sketch. Press Ctrl 7. You see, you've already created 3 arcs. The last arc here, press on that plane and create new sketch. Now the last one is radius of 25. 25. The last one we draw was 35. So this is 25. So an offset of 10 in the reverse. So click on offset, click reverse and click here 10. Press enter. Enter. Now you can also check if this is correct. Just click on smart dimension, click on the arc and check. Yes, it's radius 25. Escape. So come out of this and come out of this sketch by clicking this. Oh no, just click from here, exit sketch. Press Ctrl 7. Now you can see you've created 4 arcs that depicts the surface, that depicts the arcs of this surface. So starting from the right plane here, which is 20, then section here, which is 30, and then the mid section, which is radius 35, and the final section, which is radius 25. Now you need to create these guide curves. This curve which is going all the way. I want to create the whole thing, guide curve. So for that I need the top plane. Click on top plane. I click sketch. Now I make it Control 7 so I can see the arcs. Now in the sketch commands, you can choose this arc. Instead of center point, choose a 3-point arc. So this is the first point, second point, and third point. Just leave it like that. Again, click here, click in the next, click anywhere, then click these points, this point, click anywhere here. Then again from here. So this both are the guide curves. So follow the same thing here. Click and click here, here. Yes. Right click, select. Now we need to make this fully defined. So the radius here is given as 125. So click on smart dimension, click on that arc, set the first arc to the radius of 125. Once you're done with that, you can press Control, select this arc, keep the Control press, select the next arc, select the other arc, select the other arc, all the arcs that is for the guide curve. Again, press, select it, select, 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 and say equal, and then say OK. If it is blue, that means there is still, it is not constrained. So again, you select, select, and select. Maybe go one by one, say equal. Yes, now it is, sometimes there is glitch. So now when you select this arc and select the other arcs, so automatically these arcs will, and press the equal relation, automatically the arcs will become equal. Okay, now once you're done with that, now you can exit the sketch environment and go to surface, and you can create the loft. You can create the loft. So just click on lofted surface, sketch 1, sketch 2, sketch 3, sketch 4. In the guide curves, this one and this one. So in the sketch, in the loft, in the profiles, you click all the 4 sketches, and the guide curve, select this curve and the other curve. Say OK. Now you have the complete loft. Okay, now let me just hide all these planes. Click on this, hide. Click on this, hide. Click on this, hide. Click on this, hide. Now this plane where we created the final arc, it has to be closed. So I select this plane and I can say new sketch here. So you see this one has to be closed. How do I close it? You can use this tool, convert entity. Click on this arc, press enter. You have the sketch. You can see the sketch. You just use the, you got the sketch from the previous arc. Now you can close this by click on the line command and connect these two. Now you've closed it, it's fully defined. Just press exit, click surface and click on planar surface. Automatically the planar surface will search for closest sketch and it closes your sketch using this surface. Okay, okay. It's already selected the sketch, so you can just click OK. Now that is closed. Okay, press Ctrl 7. Now coming back to our dimension here, now we need to create this handle. So this handle is actually another loft. There's a small rectangle here and there's a bigger rectangle here. There's a loft. So I need to create that handle loft first. So for that, what I do, I choose my front plane to make it visible, and then I need to reference another plane from my front plane. The distance between the front plane, that is the center, until the end is given as 100. So I create another plane at an offset of 100 mm. Say OK. OK. Now starting from this plane, the newly created plane, select that and select new sketch. Now we're going to create the smaller rectangle. The smaller rectangle is given as 25 and the height is 10. So x is 25, height y is 10, and then there is angle of 5 degree on both sides. And the location dimension is 15 mm from the edge. Okay. So that information, I go here, I click on the line command. I know there's an angle, so I create a drafted rectangle like this, a trapezoid. Now I need to create a center line so that I will be able to give that angle. So I make sure the center line is passing through this, and then another center line here passing through this. Okay, now what I do, I can create an angle from this to this. This is a 5 degree angle. Also here it is a 5 degree angle. press escape. I make sure that this one is vertical, also vertical. Click on it and just click the vertical direction just to make sure that they are straight. Okay, now this distance here between from here to here was given as 25. This one 25, and the location is 15 mm from the edge. So from here until the edge, okay, smart surface. I mean, let me click on smart dimension. Click on this point until this. This is going to be 15. 50, enter. So the dimensions are correct. Now I can see that this is still underdefined because the height is not mentioned. So click on smart dimension. The height from here to the bottom is this one, or I can say from here. Oh yes, this is still height. It is given as 10 mm. This thickness is 10 mm. So 10 mm. Smart dimension. You can see that. Okay. Now you can see you have created a small rectangle with 25 width and 15 mm from the edge. The angles are 5 degree, 5 degree, and 10 mm height. Now I need to create the other rectangle to create that loft. So I exit this sketch plane. I go to this plane. I say new sketch, and I draw another rectangle. Okay, but this one, since this one is straight, there's no angle for that other rectangle. Okay, but now we need to know the dimension. Okay, the bigger rectangle is 17, the height, and the width is not given directly, is given 43.5 from the edge, this one, and that one is 6.5. So from here to here is 6.5, that is one, and then from here to here is 43.5, and the height is 17. Okay, it's fully defined. Exit the sketch, press Ctrl 7. You can see both the sketches now. Click on the lofted surface command and click this sketch, and this sketch is already selected. So you can, this green, the green ball has to be on both, on the same side to create the loft. So I just move that one, and then the loft is created. Say okay. You don't need guide curve here because since it's a straight line, so no need guide curve. So I just say okay, and I can see that the loft is created. Okay, now I can hide this plane, hide this plane. Okay, in this plane I need to close this. So go back to plane 4, select it and say new sketch, and here you can actually again convert entity. Click on these edges 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and say okay. You can see okay, you will get that sketch, and then you need to close the sketch using another line tool. Close the sketch. So you can see it is a complete closed sketch. I go exit, and I go to surface and click on planar surface. Automatically it chooses, it searches for the closest sketch, and it makes a surface in the closest sketch. Say okay. It's done. And now what is left? I need to create these handles. These handles are in the shape of ellipse because I can see that there is two radius given here, 7.55, 6.5, which means it is an ellipse. Ellipse has two radius, minor and major. So the x is 7.5, y is 5 for the first ellipse, The second ellipse 6.5, 4.5, then 6, 3.5. So 3, even the location dimension is given from the center. So I need to create this ellipse to make a cut. Okay, I choose the top plane because we're going to create the ellipse here and extrude it. So choose the top plane and say new sketch. Now you choose the ellipse command, just zoom in so that you select this line, because there are two lines. Select the one which is down. Make sure you don't click on any midpoints, just click on the line only, move it right and move it up. You have an ellipse. Now again select the line, move it right, move it up, you have another ellipse. Again select the line, move it right, move it up, you have an ellipse. So this ellipse, first we'll position the ellipse. We have the location dimension. We have 16, 32 and 50. So from here, from this center to here, 16, that is the lowest one. Again from the center to, that is 32, and the last one which is on top is, how much did we see? It's 50. 50. Okay, now to uh, put the size dimension of each ellipse. First one on top is 7.5, 5. Smart dimension. The x value, click on smart dimension. The x value is 7.5 and the y value is 5. So from here, from center to the, that is 5. This is your first ellipse which is on top. Second one is 6.5, 4.5. Click on smart dimension. X value 6.5 and 4.5. Y value is 4.5. Then the last one, x value 6 and 3.5, y value. X value is 6 and 3.5. Okay, now you can see here is all very well dimensioned. Okay, but we're still seeing these blue lines because it's still underdefined. So how can we define? Just press escape, come out of your smart dimension command. Now for any ellipse, it has to be either horizontally constrained or vertically constrained. So let me choose, press your control button and choose these 2 points. Just horizontally constrain them. See, automatically it's becoming fully defined. Also for this one, choose these 2 points and click on horizontal constraint. Choose these 2 points, click on horizontal constraint. Okay, becoming over defined. It's becoming, let me just press OK and press Ctrl Z, maybe the last one. Okay, select these 2 points, press horizontal. Yeah, now it's okay. Control 7, you can see the sketch at the bottom on the top plane. So exit the sketch, go to surface and press extrude surface. So automatically the last 3 sketches is selected. You can pull this little bit up to make sure the cut is complete and say OK. Now you see an extrude surface is created from the ellipse. Now use the trim tool, select all of this surface. Okay, it should be set to mutual. Set to mutual. Remove this, delete this. Here you select all the surface. all the surface. Make sure all of them surface is selected. Just go here, remove sections, click on this area and click the parts you want to remove. Make sure it's mutual, and then from here you don't want this, this and this. Also you don't want this, this and this. Now you see from the preview you can see this is what you want. Say okay. That is it. Now coming to this area. Now this is the ventilation area. The air vent is given. Is again another two ellipse, and there is a loft here. There's a depression. You can see there's a loft here at 29. So I need to create two planes now. I need to create a plane. From the top plane, I make it visible, and I create a reference plane at around 29. 29. Enter. I can see the two planes now. So what I'm going to do, the bigger plane, the bigger semi ellipse, I'm going to draw it on the top plane and project it on this surface. And then the smaller ellipse is going to be drawn on this surface, on this plane, and then we can create the loft. Okay, starting from this plane, like new sketch, and make a center line so that you are exactly drawing on the middle. Choose ellipse, click on this line, don't click on any points, click on the line only, move it to the x direction and y direction and leave it. Now for the dimension is given 35 on the y and 60 on x. So smart dimension from here to here is 60. From here to here is 35. And also we need to know the location. The location of the center of the ellipse from the edge is given 119. So here to the origin is 119. So it's constrained now. It's okay. Fully defined. Now what I should do, press Ctrl 7 so I can see the sketch is drawn correctly. Yes. Exit the sketch, go to surface and go to curves and project your curve. Project curve. Sketch which you drew last is automatically selected, and the surface which you want to project is this and this. See, the ellipse is automatically projected on the surface. Say okay, and you can see the ellipse on the surface. Okay, now this is on the surface. Now we need to create another ellipse on this surface, on this plane. Create new sketch. Okay, now dimension of the smaller ellipse. The smaller ellipse is given as 27. Oh, which means 27, and that means around 5, around 3 to 5, that is 8, 4 mm, 4 mm, and that is 50. Okay, so let us just draw this ellipse inside. Click on ellipse. Okay. Okay, it's difficult to find the center. So if you want to find the center now, I have to make a construction circle. Click on circle. You see here in the drawing, they've given the construction circle. Construction circle is around 60. So I just draw any circle, make it 60, and then make this connect with that as a tangent. Also this one. Okay, no, it doesn't come. So let me remove that. Means okay, let me just move it inside. Then click here and click here, uh, here and here. Tangent. Yes. So that is actually a construction circle. So I just click on it and say for construction. Okay. Also, I have to make sure is on the, again, make a center line so that it is center of the circle is on the center line. Okay. Now, now using this, I can create the second ellipse, which is okay. You have to go back to your sketch environment. So click on the old sketch, click edit. So you come back here. Now click on this ellipse. Click on the center of the ellipse, right, and on top. Now this dimension 50, 27. Click on smart dimension. From here to here is given as 50. From here to here is given as 27. That's it. Okay. So it's fully defined now. 50 and 27 fully defined. Yes. So I just press Ctrl 7. I see the sketch is okay. And say exit. Okay. Now I'm going to create a go to the surface, create loft. From this sketch to this sketch, I need a loft. Say okay. So you can see that actually the loft is created, but okay, just go to surface and hide this so that you can make sure that the loft is made. Yes, the loft is made. So you can again unhide it. So you know that the loft is there. Now again surface, go to trim surface. Select all the surface and select the surface you don't want. Remove selections. Should be mutual and should be this should be kept and this remove selection. You select the not that one. Select only this. Oh. I think here there is mistake in selection. Okay, we go back again, no problems. Select trim surface. Select the top surface, this one, this one. Yeah, that will do. Then remove selection only. No, you have to select this also. Yes, this also. Then you select the remove selection, select the top. See now. So you have to select all the surface, including the recent loft. Also, we forgot to remove this. So this also can be removed now. You can remove this, remove that. So all the surface that you don't want has been trimmed very well. You say okay now. You will see that you have created the base. Okay, now what is left? The air vent. The air vent is created on this surface, so we need to create a surface here. So if you want to create a surface, it has a very clear boundary. So you just have to click planar surface. choose the boundary. Automatically a planar surface is created. Now you need to make these drawings and then remove it. So click on this one, click new sketch, Control 8 to show you as a normal, and then here click on straight slot. Okay, before you make the slot, you can actually need to make a center line just to make sure. Then you can click on straight slot, create a slot. Okay, you need to find the, you need to make sure that this line horizontal. Okay, now it has to be constrained to the center. We're not able to see the center here, so we need to make construction circle again. Click on here, make it 60, and then make sure this one and this one are tangent. Click on this line and this ellipse, make it tangent, and then click on that one, make it construction. Yeah, so we found the center, see the construction circle. Then you can constrain this center, this one and this one, all in one vertical axis. Okay, I didn't select the center. Okay, select the center, select the center of the slots and make it vertical. Now automatically you're able to see it aligned. Go back to sketch. This one is 22, 38. So this distance is 22 and this is 38. Also the thickness is given 3 milli. For all the slot it is 3 milli. So which means from here to here 3 milli. Also this one is the same, also 3 milli. And then this distance between this one and the other arc, these two slot is 4 milli. And then the distance between this slot and this slot is 2.5 from the edges. So 4 milli means half of it is going to be 2 milli. So from here to here is going to be 2 milli because half of it. Then from here to here is 2.5. See here is given 2.5 here, and this is 4. But since we are taking it from the center, we take it 2 mm, half of 4. Now I can just mirror this now. Mirror entity, select this, and in the mirror about, select this mirror axis. Make sure copy is checked. Say OK. Now you can see you got the complete sketch of the vent. Press Control 7. Okay, you're able to see it. Now you can exit the sketch, go to surface, and you can trim. This time I will use standard. The trim tool, I will use the sketch as the trim tool. And in the remove sections, I will choose to remove this, choose to remove this, choose to remove this and this. And say OK. See now. So that is it. You have made the vent as well. Now let me hide these planes to get a clear view. Also the project curve. Okay. Okay, this sketch is actually the curve. Okay, click on the project curve, remove, hide this. So curve can be hidden. Okay, no problem. It doesn't matter anyway. So now we have created all the surface. Now we need to actually make the fillet. What is left is the fillet here. Fillet is here around 4 mm fillet. Around 4 mm fillet. So Control 7. So how to make the fillet? The fillet I can, before making the fillet, I have to make sure that all of them is one surface. So go to knit surface and knit all the surface, attach all the surface as one surface. Say okay, now it is one surface. Now you can do fillet. The fillet is like 4 milli fillet. So choose your 4 milli. Make sure full preview is on. And then choose this one. And this one, this one, this one, this one. And this one, this one, this one, this one. Also this, also this, also this, also this, also this, this, this. You have to choose only the edges. You have to be careful while choosing the edges. So almost all is chosen. I say okay. That's it. Control 7. Now you can see you finally made the complete cover of the hair dryer. Okay, so what is left is still there is thickness that is left. They say the overall thickness is 1 mm for the cover. Just go thicken, choose this entire, and you see it is already thickening inside, but not 10 mm, only 1 mm. You see, and then enter. See, 1 mm thickness for the entire cover. Now remove the lines, make a color. Say okay. I'm still seeing this project curve. Yeah, I remove that. So that is your hair dryer, the complete hair dryer. So this is how you can create. You can create beautiful surface using SolidWorks surface. So it's the most used environment compared to your features and other environments. So in surface, you can do many complex shape like this. Thank you.